You. What's up, everybody? It's RageCage20 here, and we're gonna be a little bit quieter today than I usually am. Maybe, if that's possible. It's a little bit late at night, as you can see the dim lighting atmosphere, and trying that out a little bit. Usually I wouldn't do that, but I don't want to turn the light on, so I'm just going for a nice little glow. So hopefully this one works really well. Okay, wait, before we get too deep into this, before people start hitting the skip button, warning: if you stumbled upon this video by random and you don't know what you're in for, this video is going to be very disturbing. And I can safely say that because most Skynd videos are disturbing. This one's probably going to be insanely disturbing. So keep that in mind. I'm hoping this one's going to be insanely disturbing. So we're back with Skynd, of course. You know. For some reason I like to watch it late at night before I go to bed. I don't know why. We're here with Richard Ramirez, and wow, people. I think we're in for a good one here. I think we're in for a really good one here. A lot of people have talked this one up, and I can definitely see why. This one I wanted to get I wanted to get really deep. I wouldn't say really deep, but I wanted to learn more than what I normally would. And I think I chose the right one to do that. I literally read the entire Wikipedia article from top to end. I watched interviews with the dude and whatnot, and I think I have a pretty good general understanding. This is a fucked up individual. This person, oh man, wow. It's hard to quantify the horrors from one human being to another. But Eliza Lamb, man, she didn't kill anybody that we know of. I would imagine not. So she just was a victim of circumstance, whether of her own mind or outside influences. Gary was a horrible human being. Did horrible fucking things. But he just kind of gathered up a handful of prostitutes, and didn't really kill any of them intentionally. Columbine was absolutely horrible and devastating, and there's a horrible people that took innocent lives for no reason, which definitely was a horrible event. And Michelle Carter was only responsible, technically, debatably, for the death of one person. This fucker, Richard Ramirez here, killed and raped so many people indiscriminately. Children, even. Well, one child that we know of. This is a fucked individual. And to think that all of this could have been avoided, every second of this could have been avoided, if that one guy who came in when he was working real young at a hotel and was raping his wife, if he would have just kept beating him till he died, none of this would have happened. If that dude would have came in and killed Richard right then and there for raping his wife, all these people would be, well, some of them wouldn't, because some of them were really old, and they'd be like 90 or 100 right now, so they probably wouldn't be alive. But still, all these people would probably be alive. At least a good handful of them would not have been killed or raped, or just had, he raped people in front of their kids, tied up their kids and raped them in front of their kids, and then let them live. A person's fucked for the rest of their fucking life. They're mentally fucked for the rest of their life. The atrocities that he committed is not just physical, it's not just murder, it's not just rape, it is emotional and mental damage that's going to fuck those people probably for the rest of their fucking lives. Like, this is a true demon in human flesh. Like, this is a true fucking monster beyond what can be considered human, beyond what can be considered the boundaries of humanity. Right, this right here in D&D terms is pure, just chaotic evil. Just wanted to hurt people and kill people to satisfy his own twisted needs, both sexually to satisfy himself and to get the hurt out of himself by giving it onto others. Like, just true chaotic evil. And there's so much shit that I read that Skynd can just use in this video. And so I'm really excited, so we shouldn't waste any more time. I've only read the first verse, because that's all I can see right here on the side, and I already understand more of this than I would have if I did not read everything and actually, watch the interviews and stuff. So, like, this all makes a lot more sense to me now. So this is uncensored. This is going to be, I'm hoping this is going to be brutal, because Skynd's got a lot to work with here. And I'm really excited and horrified to see what direction she can take this. So, ooh, goddamn. It's like there's a glare on my screen. It looks so dark. Hopefully this lighting's not too horrible. Let's see, can I get my good side? Okay. Richard Ramirez, man, like, fuck, sorry again for the long intros, but Skynd's always gonna have a long intro. Like, I can't help myself. It's what's gonna happen. Okay. I can't even imagine what's gonna happen here. Of course, as always, we're not gonna write anything down. I would just want to appreciate everything that's gonna be sent at me. So let's fucking go. Oh man, no.
You open your window, oh Jenny, you fool. Well, waste to breathe if you won't understand. Hell, I'll see you in Disneyland.
Liars lie and haters hate.
Player plays and fate is fate.
The fact remains, that's how it is.
First the crack and then the whiz.
He said
cut your eyes out. Liars lying, haters hate. Play your place. Just be quiet. What she said. The demon is alive. The demon wants you dead. 'Cause killing is sex. Killing is sex. What she said. Killing is
I was too ashamed for my stomach.
Okay. I'm unpacking things. Things are sorting in my brain here. Give me a second. I don't want to jump to nothing. I wanna work my way through this one. I wonder what's this one. Let's see. I don't. Oh, I figured that. Oh, no, I think I know this. I'm gonna take a look at the lyrics here in a second because I think I was kind of picking out what the chorus was saying, but I was kind of being lost a little bit. Musically, it was really, really good. Music video wise, I find it weird. I find weird. I don't think weird's the right word. I feel that in every single Skynd video, what they tend to do, because I mean it would be hard to try to encompass everything is challenging, and it would be way too thin. It would be way too, better to do something small really well than do a lot of it really poorly. I can back that up. But it's interesting because like this one spans a huge spectrum. Just like Columbine a little bit. Columbine was kind of mostly just centralized in one location, but it happened. There was multiple instances. But like, yeah, with most of their videos, it seems that they focus it down on just one scene. Like a lot happened in these people's events and stuff, in the event itself, or throughout the multitude of their crime spree, if you will, through their monsterness. But they just focus on one aspect and just make a video about that one pure aspect. Just focus in on that. And it makes sense. It's just like, it's like, oh man, I wanted you to go farther with it. You know, I want to see more. Like crazy shit happen. Like, you know, let's go with it. But you know, I guess that makes sense. And I like, you know, definitely always leave me wanting more than leave me wanting less. You know what I mean? That's rule number one, is always leave them wanting more. You know what I mean? So that's, I can respect that. There is one thing that's bothering me though, and I feel like there's a reason for this. That we'll talk about here in a second. But one thing that's kind of bothering me about this video is, so far, in every regard to a Skynd video that I've seen so far, it's always been very respectful to the victims, and kind of been more focusing on them than anything else. This one didn't feel like that. This one actually felt like they were glorifying Richard Ramirez a little bit, actually. Like this one, due to how passionate the blood fucking was, and how they just kind of made him seem sexy, and just had him dancing along with her in the video, it really seemed like they were glorifying him, which seems like Skynd is set out to never do. And I don't really feel good about that. You know what I mean? It just, like, I don't feel like they've done that yet, but this one specifically really feels like they did, and I'm kind of not okay with that. But I feel like they did that a little bit because, for whatever fucking reason, people are fucked. But for whatever reason, like a few other killers and stuff, like, people just thought this guy was sexy. Like, have you seen his teeth? That's not my definition of sexy. And he looks gaunt as a motherfucker. Like, dude looks fucked. Like, I don't think he's sexy at all. Like, I don't know what the fuck y'all seeing, but like, people married him even knowing he murdered and raped so many people. Like, this girl married him, and then she drew the line after she found out he raped a 9-year-old child. It's like, oh, that's where you draw the line? Oh, okay. So I think that's what the whole sexiness to this was, is the fact that just people just thought he was like hot and wanted to fuck him, and even though he'd done all this stuff. So I feel like that's what that was, but it still really seemed like they glorified him, and I'm not really okay with that. But we'll try to look past that, and try to go through this here, try to go back through all this and whatnot. I'm gonna go back to the beginning here, looking at the lyrics here, now that we're gonna go through all this. Just reading through verse 1 here. When evening comes and the temperature cools, you open your window. Oh, Jenny, you fool, why waste a breath if you won't understand? Hell, I'll see you in Disneyland. Jenny was, I think, technically his first victim as the Night Stalker. I think, as far as people know, his first victim was like the 9-year-old girl he like well, I mean, that he killed, because he did also rape that dude's wife. I don't remember names. well, working in the hotel and whatnot. And also, it said something. Some guy stated that he was fired in this interview thing that I watched. He was fired for molesting 2 children in an elevator. So, I mean, technically there was some victims, but Ginny is technically the first person he killed as the Night Stalker, at least that they know of, or at least that we have documented. So, oh, Ginny, you fool, for opening your window, giving him easy access to sneak in and kill you and stuff, which apparently he was trained by, like, his cousin? I want to say it was his cousin, who did horrible things in Vietnam to Vietnamese people, like raped them and did stuff like that. But that happened a lot in Vietnam, which they showed in that one movie that I can't remember, but it had fucking Charlie Sheen in it. That one. I think that was about Vietnam. Pretty sure. Where fucking the Green Goblin was like getting shot and shit, and like I'm trying to remember because there's a video game about it that people played. Platoon. Is it called Platoon? I think it's Platoon. Anyways, like that should happen, and whatnot. So that makes sense. But he trained them, from what I read, how to kind of covertly sneak into people's places, kill them when they're sleeping. Now, the why waste a breath if you won't understand? I assume there's more stuff that he said. But I'll see you in Disneyland. Something that he was quoted as saying at one point. So, yeah. Refrain here: liars lie and haters hate. Players play and fate is fate. The fact remains that's how it is. First the crack and then the whiz. I assume this is more stuff that he said. This didn't come up in anything that I read or saw. But I assume he just seemed to kind of talk about how it's just fate, it's just who we are, and some bad stuff happens, and I'm just this work of a demon or something like that, of some dark force that we call Satan that's acting through me and stuff. And I think that's what the weird Mickey Mouse fucking demon mask thing is when he's wearing it and like humping, which I assume is him raping someone in the video. We'll get to that. I assume that's like kind of the demon, him saying or acting out the demon that he felt was inside him or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. Verse 2. Take life itself. It's in your hands. I'll have my way. You know who I am. Wiggle and squirm. Turn white and stop. Your fear will chase with every drop. I think it's just more just describing what he did in kind of musical terms, and probably some stuff that he said potentially. Back to the frame, which is the same chorus. Shush. Shushin. Shh, be quiet, hush, he said. The demon is alive, the demon wants you dead, because killing is sex, killing is sex. Hush, he said, killing is sex. Oh, I thought she said, like, I'm killing the sex. Like, I'm fucking you so good or something like that. I thought that's what he was saying, that she was saying. Good to know. But no, yeah, he was interviewed saying that the only way he could get off and be sexually satisfied is if he performed these gruesome, violent acts upon them while fucking them and whatnot. So, killing is sex, and I'm sure he told these people. There's actually, I would love to learn more about this and watch these videos and stuff that have come out about this, the documentaries and whatnot, because this person was fucked, and it would be interesting to go through it all. But I'm sure someone who survived his attack or whatever probably said that this is what he said to them. Would be my guess. Verse 3. The lust for life's the lust for blood. I love to watch your final knot. I thought it was going to rhyme. Government kills, so why shouldn't I? I mean, it's kind of true. But there's plenty of reasons why you shouldn't. But anyways, 010 and eye for an eye. By the way, he I can't remember if it was the girl that looked at him or not. I can't remember. He cut someone's eyes out. So I mean, I think that's kind of what that's referencing. Fucked up. Morals and scruples. Conscious and doubt and simply aroused, cut your eyes out. There you go. Liars lie and hears hate, players play. Alright, and back to the chorus. Alright, let's see if we can go through this, shall we? Let's go back through this now. Popping in the beginning here, he told his cellmate that in an interview thingy that I saw, his cellmate was saying at least that Richard said that he would like hide behind trees and like behind fence posts and just watch his victims, and would wait into the middle of the night until they went to bed and whatnot and sneak in. So I think that's kind of what the beginning section here is. Now that sound in the background kind of sounds like a siren, but also kind of sounds like screaming. So I don't know if that's supposed to be foreshadowing or just like, the fact that people were looking for him. Like they were fucking hardcore looking for him because this dude like fucking did like 3 kills within like a day or two or something like that, like right out the gate. And they were like fucking, that brought huge attention to him like immediately. It's ridiculous that it took so long to find him, but then again, he was very smart. He was watching. Oh fuck, shit. Sorry. He was watching the reports and stuff, and seeing what evidence they may pick up and finding a way to change it or get rid of the evidence the next time. Like, and this was also the 80s, and forensic science hadn't truly gotten to the level that it is now. So, but he fucker was smart. You gotta give it to him. By the way, I think this is so far my favorite makeup, get up, and stuff that I've seen. I've seen the Skynd here where have on. I think I really like the face paint and stuff. It's really cool. And he was an avid drug user. I don't know if that's what that was supposed to be or what.
When the evening comes and the temperature cools.
So this makes me feel two ways here. By the way, if you're new here, we pause a lot when we go back through the second time. That's why I like to watch it the first time uninterrupted, because the second time we go through it, we're gonna pause a lot. This makes me think of two things. One, it's really giving me Gary Heidnik flashbacks. It sounds like very similar notes, but the way the rhythm that she's got going with it, dun 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 dun, just kind of very like rolling slow, like notes pick up, like roll 3 notes out, da 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 da, just kind of fast, slow, kind of push and pull motion to it is really catchy. It's really cool, and just that makeup with her teeth is just hypnotizing. Like it's really fucking cool. Also, by the way, as I mentioned before, like I don't know what it is about her. Like she has something very special she can do with her mouth. She shows a lot of teeth somehow. Like I can't smile at that like that kind of crazy with it, and it just happens naturally with her, which is, I'm not making fun of her or a bad thing though. I think that's fucking so cool. Like that's so fucking awesome. Just kind of like the dude who played It in the movies could do that weird lip thing, and they were just like, oh, should do that. That's really cool. That's like that works perfectly. Just like kind of with her, she's like her teeth just kind of show a lot. Like her lips can show a lot of teeth without going all like crazy open and stuff. It's like really fucking cool to me. I don't know. Just throwing that out there.
You open your window, oh Jenny, you fool. Well, waste to breathe if you want.
I'm hiding behind a tree, watching her when she comes out, which just walking around in underwear, I thought that was interesting. I think that's kind of going to the peeping Tom thing, because apparently when he moved in with his sister, again, this is just stuff I found on the internet, her husband or whatever taught him, like was a huge peeping Tom, as they said, and like showed him his ways or whatnot. So I think that's why she's walking around in her underwear, because he's getting that satisfaction of watching her while vulnerable and whatnot. Blah blah blah.
Won't understand. Hell, I'll see you in Disneyland.
She's creepy. Just like that kind of wicked, like almost like Joker from Batman, just like bending up smile, just kind of slowly tilting her head, just like, oh fuck, like that's creepy, and that's awesome.
Won't understand. Hell, I'll see you in Disneyland.
God damn.
Liars lie and haters hate.
Player plays and fate is fate.
To me, it sounds like a nursery rhyme. That's kind of what I was thinking, because I was, for some reason, "Ring Around the Rosie" was coming in my head, but that's not right. It doesn't sound like that. But it just kind of like the rhythm to it, and the way she's singing the notes, the way she's putting kind of stress on some and not stress on other notes, holding some out, making some shorter, just the way it kind of pushes and pulls just feels very nursery rhyme ish, which is, I don't know if that's intentional or not, but I really like that effect.
Fact remains, that's how it is.
First the crack and then the whiz.
The drums I'm hearing right now almost sound kind of like a little bongo like. I usually don't pay attention to the music until after I'm done with these videos, and then like I'll be listening, like, oh yeah, that's a really cool effect, I didn't even notice that, whatnot. So I'm actually, while there's nothing happening, I wanted to listen to the music there, and just kind of bass coming in pretty strong. It definitely sounds like it's vibrating, kind of like when you peak in speakers and it makes that kind of rumbly sound. It kind of feels like they put a little bit of that on there. And then I think I'm hearing bongos up in here. And man, when you can't really see her lips a whole lot because it all just looks black, like the darkness in her eyes just really comes out, and it's haunting. It's almost like a ghost. Like, her face is completely white, so that helps too. Even her eyebrows and her eyelashes. It's like specter like. It's so cool. Fascinating, cool. My favorite words for whatever reason. But it's like, no, I'm really impressed by that. Like, I just can't look away. So I mean, most of the people that he ended up fucking over, sometimes literally, a lot of times literally, I thought it was like 13 sexual assaults. Most of them were like in their bed, or some would come in after they would hear a gunshot for whoever was in the bed, and then that's when he'd get them as well. I don't really remember any situations where they were just chilling, smoking a cigarette, and he just turned around like, oh, you're here, those. So I mean, this is an interesting artist interpretation. And here I knew that he was going to be behind her, like, just like in the Elisa Lamb one. Oh, by the way, the dude that they chose to play, to look like Richard, to me, didn't really look like Richard. Kind of reminded me more of, I'm pretty sure it's Dave Grohl. Is that the lead singer of the Foo Fighters? To me, it looks like the dude from the Foo Fighters. I'm wondering if it's the dude from the Foo Fighters now, actually. But yeah, it looks more like him than Richard Ramirez, like in any picture I've seen from Richard Ramirez. But I mean, it's close-ish, but this one seemed a little far away. But I don't know.
My way, you know who I am.
Needle and squirm till white and stop.
Your fear will chase with every drop.
Liars lie and haters hate.
Player plays and
Okay. I just had a thought. Now, I mean, clearly I'm not a woman. And I don't know what it's like to try to be comfortable as a woman. But it looks like she's still wearing, like, a shirt and or blouse, whatever the fuck that is, that you would wear throughout the day. It looks like she just came home and threw off her pants and just started walking around. Just left her shirt on and is walking around in her underwear, like I have in like movies and television, like usually girls will wear like a long shirt, like a really long shirt, and just underwear. I've seen that a lot, but like not just like, oh, I'm gonna get comfortable, throw off my pants. Oh, I'm comfortable. Is that a thing? I don't know. I haven't seen it for anyone I've ever dated or been married to, but actually, that's not true. My ex-wife wouldn't do that, so never mind. You know what? No, I have seen that. Never mind. Continue. I remember that. I like this point where, everything kind of drops and it goes to him killing her and whatnot. And like all the colors change and to get this very vibrant colors, and like all of a sudden this electronic sound kind of kicks in, the bass kind of turns up a little bit. It was an interesting turn here that I really enjoyed. And he would, from what I've read, absolutely mutilate the bodies and stab, bash. I think the first person he killed, like it said, he severed her throat so much he almost took the head off. Like he would just fucking go to town on these people.
Hush, be quiet. Hush, he said.
Now that's interesting. Listening to this again, first off, you got the room just blood splattered everywhere. I'm sure it was absolutely a mess when he was done. God, I was kind of thinking like some almost like words that came to mind. Where the fuck is there it is. White on white, I can't see it. It kind of almost sound like a sermon. And then the second thought that kind of came to mind was almost like gospel-like, but not quite. But just that's kind of what the feeling I'm getting from the way she's singing this chorus, which just kind of, I like the drop into the chorus. It was really nice. And here's the part where we're about to switch from normal Skin, what I expect, to almost the part where it almost seems like they're glorifying him, and that's kind of weird. But we'll get to that here in a second. But yeah, I like the switch, the transition to a different room, or the same room, just with blood everywhere now, and kind of like a different outfit while everything drops into the chorus. I think that was very intelligent, directing wise.
Be quiet. Hush, he said. The demon is alive.
Yeah, it really sounds like she's really belting, not belting it, but like she's just love that, like her sustained notes, how she just gives it the extra oomph, just like it kind of really makes me feel like just like a sermon or something. It's just it just has this interesting effect to it. It's fucking, I love it. I love this effect that she has on this chorus.
The demon wants you dead. Just killing is sex. Killing is sex.
So right here.
She
Right?
said, oh, killing is sex.
Pause. Wait for it. All right. I assume that's 40 minutes by now, but I don't know. It really sounded like she said, "I'm killing the sex," but I don't know. Like I can't tell if it's like she's barely conscious or dead and he's just holding her up. But it looks like she still has life and movement to her. And at one point, it seems like she's running her hands down his back and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, well, her eyelids are still twitching, but I mean, that could just be the body's still having energy, and even though after you're dead, like the electrons are still flowing. I love that high note there. That's beautiful. Yeah, that. Like, I don't know. This is like, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it just really feels like it's making this a passionate moment. Like, this is like intentional, and they're like he's not killing her, but they're just having, like, they're making each other bleed and having sex in the moment. Like, it seems really passionate, and that's weird, because I can guarantee I don't think anyone felt this way in the moment. I think I could, safe to say that there. So I don't know. It's weird to me. I don't really care for it, really. Like, I love, like, the blood and the gore and them committing to that, but just it I don't know. It really feels like they're glorifying this moment here, and I don't understand why. Looked like she started smiling there at the end too. I don't understand. I do not understand. But okay, let's keep going. I feel like that's supposed to be him. At first, I thought, like, it's supposed to be like a cellmate or someone in the cell next to him or whatever. But it looks very similar to him, like with the hair and everything. So I think he's like seeing the demon in himself or something like that.
The lust for life, the lust for blood.
I love to watch you final.
This also sounds a lot like Gary, like what they did with the Gary song. So it's a little bit of repetitiveness going on here, but I feel like they switch it up enough to where it's just like, okay, I'm hearing a lot of this song in here, but it's not the same. But it still feels a little weird. However, I do know later in their stuff they completely do not sound anything like anything they did in chapter 1 so far from what I've heard. So it's not an issue that continues. It's just kind of, I just noticing a lot of similarities to itself in chapter 1 here. So, but of course they did just come right off of Gary into this one, so I guess that makes sense. But
Governments kill, so why should I?
And now he kind of joins her, and this is the part I don't fully understand. The blood fucking. I can understand the blood fucking, but I don't know why they romanticized it and made it like passionate and shit. Like, I was kind of expecting like him just like slitting her throat and just fucking the shit out of her, you know what I mean? Just like stabbing her and just like fucking rubbing her blood on him, getting all creepy with it and stuff. Not like, oh, this is passionate, yeah, blood sex. Like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, this is the first time I've watched anything from Skynd that's just like, I don't care for this. And of course, when I say that, I mean, I don't care for the way that I feel like it's being portrayed. I like the music. I like her parts in it, but I don't like the other choices that are being made in this video. That's what I'm saying. But I don't know.
010, an eye for an eye.
Losing scruples, conscious in doubt.
I'm simply aroused, cut your eyes out. Liars lie and haters hate. Play your place. Just be quiet.
Right here. Like, you know, we went oh yeah, no, this is coming right off of, again, yeah, okay, I think I'm getting the the problem here, and I think they switched after this going into chapter 2. Because, you know, the first one they did, it wasn't very music video-y. I think they did a great job, but yeah, I guess. I swear that's Dave Grohl. It wasn't very, you know, music video-y. With Elisa. I said Eliza, which even in the video they said Elisa, but like I like Eliza. It sounds nice. Anyways, but then they went into Gary, and again I felt it was like very music video-y, and now in this one, like I felt like they're back to music video, and I'm like, but this one again came right after Gary, so that makes sense. That makes sense. And I feel like they probably switched that up and changed in chapter 2. But again, it feels like we're kind of going back to more music video within actually video-y. And just like in that one, to where it was more about the music than the video, I really like the music. The video is like, it's kind of like, it's okay. But actually listening to Elisa Lamb more, I really like the music in that one. It's like, it's really, really good. I just didn't notice it as much the first time because the video was so entrancing. But this one's like, I'm just picking up the lyrics because I don't really care for the video very much, because it just seems like a music video. It just really feels like a music video, and that's just not really what I expect from Skynd, because that's not what they really are now compared to apparently where they started. So it's just, I don't know. I'm not going to use the word disappointed. I'm not disappointed. I don't know. I was expecting more. From this, but again, you know, this is some of their first attempts, so like, I'm gonna let it pass, because I went from the end and came back to the beginning, so I gotta, you know, expect that. Though, even though I'm saying this about the video and stuff like that, by the way, that's the thumbnail. The music's fucking on point. Like, I'm not gonna even front here. Like, this chorus is fucking on fucking point. Like, boom, 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 like fucking fire off fireworks and shit. This fucking chorus is hot. It's good. It's really fucking good. This is a good song. And I love her in this video. Just throwing that out there. I really do. It's amazing. It's just, I just don't care for the rest of the video. Oh, yeah, no, that's also something that I noted here. My eyes caught this. Well, there are parts, again, where you can see the rest of her eye. It's not all blacked out, which I feel like doesn't happen. I mean, maybe it does. I haven't seen all their videos, but it doesn't happen all the time. And it's just kind of when you get to see extra bits of her face that she usually is either makeuping up and whatnot, or putting contacts on, or whatever, full eye contacts. Is that what that would be? I do not know. It's kind of cool. It's like, oh, I can see more of her. You know, that's interesting. And in this next scene, I got to see more of her, something that I've never seen before. Because usually she's got most of her forehead taken off. I don't even know if that's her real hair or not, because it's always changing colors. It could be. Most of her is completely dressed down. But in this next scene, like, her stomach is exposed. Never seen that before. And I just noticed, I was like, wait, you know, like, it just like now, it's like, wait, whoa, I can see more of her body than I can usually see. This is different. I just thought, weirdly almost intimate, I want to say, because it's like when someone doesn't really show you a lot of themselves, and then they're just like, you know, hey, I'm actually gonna let you see my eyes. It's like, oh, like, it kind of feels like an intimate moment between the artist and the listeners. Almost, it's in a weird fucking way. It's fascinating. But right here, she's got entire midriff showing, even arm. Like, it's not common with this girl here, and like, I just caught my attention. I wonder what the choice was for that. I did like the confetti, what we call effect with the gun pop there, and of course having Richard, I guess both forms, Demon and Richard, Mickey Mouse, Disneyland thing, I don't fucking know, like completely in red and whatnot, highlighted with all the blood and whatnot, just kind of really paints the demons, Satanism thing in him. And the thing that I just don't really fully understand, not really fully understand, but I think it was just kind of fucked up that, you know, people already think that, like, oh, Satan worshippers are fucking evil, and, you know, this is the kind of shit that they live for. And it's just like, no, it's just crazy motherfuckers like this. Because Satan, I mean, I could be wrong in this. I do actually. Okay. I do actually have the Satanic Bible by Antoine, whatever the fuck. LaVey or whatever the fuck his name is. Just because it's fascinating. Like, I don't follow any religion or anything, and if I was to choose one, it would probably be Buddhism. Personally, mostly because it's more of a teaching than a religion. But still, so, you know, I'm not over here hailing Satan, don't worry. But when I remember, I don't think Satanists actually believe that Satan exists. I could be wrong in that. I think it's a different sect of religion that actually worships Satan, not Satanists. But I could be completely wrong in that. I don't 100%. I'm not 100% positive about that one. Anyways, I just thought it was just, you know, it was just misrepresented by someone like this who's just like, oh, I have a pentagram, hail Satan, I'm gonna kill people. It's just like, like, I don't know, I feel like that's a bad rap right there, but then again, what do I know? Maybe that is how Satanists are. I don't fucking know. Anyways, moving on. And I don't know. Oh, hello. Again, you can actually see her eyeball, which is fascinating. But I don't know what that thing that's making that kind of high-pitched noise frequency, whatever you want to call it. I guess it wouldn't be a frequency. That high-pitched musical sound. I don't know what they're doing to create that, but that itself is a pretty unique sound, and that's I like that effect. I like that constant beat that's going on there, doom, 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 and what sounds like almost like little piano chimes in there, actually going along with that. I keep getting lost in her, like she. I feel weird calling her Skynd because I know her actual name, but I don't like to call her by her actual name, just because it definitely seems like. I mean, I don't think she cares if people know who she is or whatnot, but it just kind of seems like that's not the point of this specific group. She wants to kind of be incognito. It's not about her, it's about the message. So I don't like to call her by her name, but just calling her Skynd sounds weird. So it's I don't really have a middle ground, and I don't want to just say her every time, you know what I mean? So I don't know her pronouns. I assume it's her, but who knows? I don't want to assume around here. Could be they. You never know. But I just Skynd just transfixes me. I keep focusing on her and I keep forgetting that there's music happening, and that's just she draws me in. I just can't stop just like hard tunnel visioning in on what she's doing specifically and focusing on the music instead. Yeah, I love that fucking crash cymbal just going to town, very hard, very heavy kick drum just going like very nice, and just this little piano chimes in there. Just it's really beautiful. Oh yeah, and here, like, you know, with a leg flying around and this whole thing, I'm sure this is a situation where he's raping someone. And it's like the demon coming out of him that he talks about in the chorus and whatnot, and it almost looks like it's in a child's room, which I would not be surprised if he took someone in their child's room and raped them from their child or something like that. So I could definitely see this being this. No, he did not rape the 16-year-old. He just beat her to death and was gonna strangle her. He probably would have raped her at some point, but then he fled after he thought that God was intervening because the phone wire sparked or something like that. It's just fucking weird. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know what the dolls are supposed to represent. And at this point, it's kind of sounding almost like a child's like wind-up toy. While all these dolls are being thrown in here, I don't know if this is like the children that were hurt and like forever destroyed from this, because there's a lot of children that ended up witnessing these events. Or if this is supposed to represent something else, I don't know. Oh, I also thought it was weird that it looks like he's kind of painting with blood, like the pentagram on the wall, when all the reports that I saw said that he wrote in like the lipstick of the people. Which, by the way, he killed and raped a lot of old people, like 60 to 80 years old. Like, I don't know about y'all, but me personally, I'm not into gilfs. Like, definitely would not like to fuck that. So when I was reading these, I was like, why does he keep having sex with old people? Like, he can break into anyone's house, but he keeps raping old people. Like, this doesn't make any sense. It's just like, what? It's just, why would you rape the elderly? Like, they've been through enough. They're old. Like, every day is a fucking battle. Why are you coming in and raping and killing them? Like, come on, man. Like, don't kill the elderly. Don't rape the elderly. That's fucked up, dude. Like, come on now. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? Well, I mean, there was a lot wrong with him. I don't even know why I would pose that question. Anyways, he would write in lipstick, not smear it on with blood, but I don't know, maybe he just put a bunch of lipstick on his hand and was throwing it or something, I don't And because to finish this part out here, we'll just end it here. I assume this is to symbolize that after raping the wife or family member, whoever, he would then go kill the other people. But usually he would usually kill anyone potentially posing a threat, from what I read, and then rape the other person, and then sometimes kill them or leave them alive. So it was never like, oh, I'm raping them in the other room, you don't even know it, I'm going to come and finish you off. From what I heard, I don't think that happened, but yeah, that could be an hour. That definitely could be an hour. It might be, actually, to be fair. Anyways, that's all I got on this one. I mean, it was a decent sized one. There was kind of a lot to unpack here. Overall, I think the music is great, and I'm definitely gonna be listening to the song. I I'm not gonna say disappointed. I'm gonna find another word that's not disappointed, because I don't truly feel like I was disappointed. God, disappointed is such a good word. Not upset. I'm not upset. Fuck. Okay, I'm not gonna use a word. I'm just gonna describe it because I can't find a word. Um, I feel like with the, as mentioned previously, fuck, it's not my phone. As mentioned previously, with the oddly passionate blood sex and the music video like quality to Richard just jamming out with Skynd in the jail cell. It truly felt like this was the only instance of Skynd that I've seen that it seemed like it was glorifying the victim, or not the victim, but the killer. And I there's no way I can phrase this that doesn't define the word disappointed. I feel like Skynd is better than that, and I feel like they've proven that they're better than that in the future. I feel like this might have been kind of a small hiccup. I would have kind of liked to see a little bit more of the brutality, seeing as how this has so far been one of the most fucked up demons that she's ever covered. And I really feel like she could have gone more brutal with it without being too gruesome and gory. And just been more truthful to the events and focused more on the pain and suffering of a victim caught in a moment of pure vulnerability. Because I mean, you completely unprotected in your almost most vulnerable state when you're asleep, and to just wake up to death is like a horrifying thought. Like that alone can send shivers down people's spine. You know, just going to bed not knowing if you're going to wake up or not. You know, you just feel sharp pain and then you're dead. You know, I've like just kind of painting the horror of someone in that position, and just going for it, I think would have been way more effective and would have been more like focusing on the victims and not so much the killer, even though he was very romanticized by crazy fucking people. Like, what's wrong with y'all? I romanticizing him in this song, I really felt like kind of glorified him rather than being like, oh, what a crazy person. It actually looked like, oh, this is passionate and cool. Almost like, I don't want to be covered in blood. Like, I don't think that's cool, but you know, it's kind of like it really made it seem like, oh, this is sexy, this is hot, this is like, oh, it's passionate and beautiful almost. Like, and I feel like that just redeemed him, and that just to me felt wrong. Especially reading about what this guy has done to people from the age of 9 to 80 something. Like, I don't think at any moment this guy should be glorified, and I really felt like he was, and that I'm just not really okay with that. So I don't think I'll ever be watching the video again, and I feel like Skynd could do better, and I feel like they did in the future, and I feel like we know they did. So just saying, this one moment, I feel like this was a weak spot. I feel like this is, you know, not gonna say the word. Okay, I'm a little disappointed. I said it. Okay, I'm a little disappointed with some of the choices for this video. Specifically, the music was great, but it just, I'm a little disappointed. I don't know, I think they're better than this. And they've shown that they're better than this, and I think that this was kind of a weak video, and I feel like went in the wrong direction with it. I think they could have definitely put it in a different direction that would have been what I know of when it comes to skin. So anyways, let me know how you felt in a constructive way in the comments below. Sorry if this one was super fucking long, but I mean, I had a feeling it might be just because of how fucked this person is in general, but also after I saw the video I was like, yeah, no, this one's gonna take a little bit, so sorry. It's just who I am. I can't stop the fact that I ramble on for fucking ever like an idiot. I don't know if that counts as being an idiot, but whatever, that's what I'm gonna call it. But yeah, let me know what you thought. Like, the music was fucking awesome, I can't lie. I do love her music, and I don't know what we're doing next time. I assume it's either gonna be Tom or Jones would probably be my guess of who's next. I think we only have 3 more. I don't know who the other one is. I always forget who the other one is. Yeah, I think we only have 3 more to go through, which makes me sad. But also, I want to hear it so I can keep listening to all. I could just put all of her music on Spotify and just let it play, you know, just let it go and not be like, oh, don't hear this one yet. You know what I mean? So, thank you for joining me. I will